Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. So your boy took a little bit of some leave and I'm off for the next 2 or 3 days, which is absolutely phenomenal because I don't feel like going to work anymore. Anyway, I was actually supposed to be going up to Washington to pick up another vehicle. Paperwork kind of got a little kerfuffled and I dropped the ball on one of the forms that I was supposed to send back to the dealer. Such is life. It goes on and we're getting everything squared away, and I think in like 2 weeks I'm gonna go back up there and Son will get everything finalized and whatever, and we'll have another vehicle and I'll do a full video on that. But for now, I'm going to utilize these 3 days and I'm gonna get some shit done on the EVO, things that were much needed. I still have a lot of parts coming in for this car. I actually had some fenders that come in, and I'll show you guys in a second, but I'm not gonna use them, so I'm just gonna show you guys. I actually did have them mounted, and I'll put a picture up on a screen of how they looked mounted. Yes, those are black BBSs on the car. They're actually my friend's wheels that I'm buying off of him, so spoiler alert, Evo's getting new wheels. But anyway, there's one big ticket item that I want to get swapped out because let's just say the wiring on this car is absolutely trash. I'm going through the motions of ordering a bunch of shit that I need to order to replace to get this thing back to OEM spec. It's always a good day when you get OEM parts. I don't know about you guys, but I get more excited about OEM parts than I do aftermarket. So first off, obviously the badge. This is gonna go in here. I do want to, I may have this thing wrapped black, satin black or gloss black. I don't know if I want to do satin or gloss, but I'm not gonna do it yet. I'm not gonna mount this yet. And the main reason being is because the whole car has to be cut and buffed. It does have to go back to the body shop, a better one. So they're gonna have to cut and buff all this anyway, so I don't want to put this on there yet. One of the things I can put on is the front grille piece. Believe it or not, these parts are actually pretty cheap. So I've been buying a bunch of OEM stuff just to either keep as a backup or replace. But this is the grille piece, the upper grille piece that goes right in here. Also have a new body harness, and it's the one that goes from the Fusebox all the way over here. Gotta get that on, because if you look down here, it's pretty bright because obviously I don't have the garage open, but shine it this way. If you look at all that wiring that's just not factory. The fan is just hardwired into a relay here. If I can get this, there we go. It's just hardwired into a relay, and all that wiring goes up and through the firewall right there to a switch, and that's how I turn my fan on. Don't like that, but all this wire is hacked up. As you can see, my headlights literally just stabbed into the plug there. Yeah, don't like it. So I'm gonna go through the motions of getting all that stuff onto the car. So as per usual, I forgot to pick up the camera and I started working. So let me update you guys. Obviously, first and foremost, your negative cable should be off. I'm probably gonna go ahead and pull this off completely because as you can see, this battery is leaking, and yeah, that's not good. I start unplugging everything that isn't attached to the main body harness here. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue pressing and pulling all this stuff apart. This is going to be the little bit more difficult side of things because there's a harness that comes up back through here. I don't know if I have to take the fender off. I hope I don't. So as per usual, your boy didn't pick up the camera, so let me give you guys another update. So believe it or not, the easy part is done. Again, this is for my fan. This is temporary. I Harness just sitting here, everything's unplugged. Things unplugged here. I just gotta pull the little tab off the fender. This is all off. And now the difficult part. I think it's difficult. The harness runs up under, and I'm pretty sure it runs up underneath here. You're not gonna be able to see anything because I have phenomenal lighting in my garage, but it runs up underneath this kick panel, so I got to pull this apart and then crawl my ass up underneath and start unplugging all the plugs. I'm hoping everything's kind of right there and nothing streams up through the dashboard, but I'm banking on everything being down here. I'm not going to film unplugging everything underneath the firewall. I'll just go ahead and show you guys because I'm not going to be able to get the camera in there, especially with the car being so close to the wall there. I'm gonna pull it out of the fender, I'll plug the new one in, and then from there I'll start showing you how I'm gonna run the new harness, well, new used harness. Okay, so after fighting with this damn harness, it is finally at the car. So I'm gonna go through real quick. I'm not gonna film it obviously, but I'm gonna go through and make sure this fuse box, well, that fuse box mimics this fuse box and everything is good to go. And then after that, then I can go ahead and start running this thing back in. The fender is off, so as you can see, the entire car looks like it's being dismantled. Okay, running out of daylight. I'm going to pick this video back up tomorrow. Unfortunately, car won't be smog tomorrow, which means it's just one thing after another. But I'm trying to figure this harness out because it's completely different from the other one. The other one has a lot more shit on it. So I'm just trying to figure this one out right now, and we'll pick this back up tomorrow. I'm gonna go through the whole harness first before I actually start filming, so I don't look like a complete idiot.
Tomorrow for sure.
Okay, so get the old harness out, new one's kind of in. My brain has been thinking a lot, and I started going through the harness last night, and pretty much I realized there's, like I said, there's no fog lights. So both these are for the fog lights. This 15 amp and this little, I guess, relay or whatever this contactor is. If I can pull the wires out of both of them and depin them from here and plug them into the new harness, theoretically speaking, I would have my fog lights back. Whoever did this did it incorrectly. They tapped off of wiring and stuff, so I have to kind of go through. I'm gonna pull the other harness back out, pull this old one apart since it's so hacked up, figure out what they did, and then pretty much reassemble everything. If I can't get the fog lights to work, I may have to run a separate plug, but I'm gonna come back to you guys. I'm gonna pull this apart, and then I'm gonna go through the motions of actually figuring out what the hell I'm going to be doing. okay, you guys get the idea. So everything is pretty loomed. You're probably asking yourself, wow, that's a lot of zip ties. I'm very anal with shit like this. Yeah, I said anal. And if you're not gonna see it, this you will see. But I like it to be done, you know, as cleanly as possible. So that's why I do a lot of 90s on my stuff and whatnot. And the wire was longer than I actually needed, as you can see. So what I do is I just create like a little loop, and what I'll do is I'll probably put a little tape there, and then just zip tie it on. But I'm gonna go ahead and square the rest of this away as much as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and start installing this harness. I do have something else coming in for the Evo. Very excited. It was one of the last ones in the country right now. I mean, they're gonna make more of them, but it was the last one in stock. When I contacted the company, said, yeah, there's one left down here. I ended up just buying it, splurging for a little bit. So hopefully that comes within the next, I'd say 5 days or so. But yeah, anyway, enough babbling. Let me square this away and I'll come back to you guys. But we're gonna go ahead and set you guys up on the tripod again, and we're gonna go ahead. Gotta stop saying go ahead. We are going to start installing the new, used, rebuilt, changed, swapped harness back into the Evo. Hopefully everything is good to go. I owned everything. Nothing really owned out that was out of the ordinary that's going to cause issues. Everything seems to be pretty good, so I guess we'll find out if my light's light or not. If not, then we'll have to troubleshoot a little bit more. Alright, so harness is in, everything's plugged up. I'm going to go ahead and tighten up all the grounds. I do have to run these two grounds. I'm just going to run them here, kind of like how I did right there. And then I can start feeding this down into the underneath the console there. And then I'm going to actually pull the car out, because underneath, I don't know, the camera's picking up, you see all these spider webs. This is literally wasn't even here this morning. All of a sudden it's back. They're all underneath the car, like the whole car is full of spider webs underneath. They're just everywhere. Oh man. So I just ran a test on the lights. Everything is all sorts of wonky. I have high beams. I have one low beam. The other one is only reading 7 volts, not getting a full 12. Fog lights don't activate, even though all the wiring, it might be just one of the pins. I might have just pinned it wrong. So yeah, there's a lot of funky stuff going on. I'm gonna try troubleshooting this tomorrow. It's pretty late right now. I don't know what the hell's going on. I bumped the car and the car did bump. So without those 2 other plugs I couldn't get to up high, I was perfectly fine with leaving them unplugged. I will pick this video back up when I kind of figure out what the hell's going on.
Day 3.
So, start troubleshooting. I noticed I wasn't getting voltage, like I said. I pulled this fuse box off. I pulled this off, pulled it off the old one, and kind of went 1 for 1 on exactly what I had that was differently. And I noticed this little wire I depinned. It was right in here, I think. But what I forgot to do was depin it in here. Basically, I depinned it, taped it up. This wire ran into there, but it was pinned into the wrong thing. It was pinned into this relay. The only problem is, this is for the fog lights. This isn't pulling enough voltage again. This is like 10.3 volts in here. I don't know why it's not pulling that much voltage, but the lights aren't lighting up. I would think 10 volts should be enough, but it isn't, I guess. So I'm gonna have to troubleshoot this a little bit more. I'm not gonna do it in this video. It's probably something stupid where there's a wire or a ground is not is solid. I'm gonna get everything back onto the car because I do have something that just came in, and let me show you. Yup, I splurged. So I ended up picking this up on a whim. The company I spoke to, it wasn't Seibon directly. It was a third-party company that just sells their parts. They said there was one left in the warehouse in stock. That's what they told me. So we're also going to throw this on in the video, but first let me get this all squared away, get this all buttoned up so I can push the car out. I do want to start it and make sure it starts and runs just fine, and none of the wire actually burns up. Okay, now that we got the whole front end buttoned up, I'm gonna go ahead and toss the trunk on because I am way too impatient and there's no way I'm waiting until this weekend. I wanna get this trunk on, and then I probably won't show the kind of the finished product until the following day when I have a little more light out, because it's getting pretty dark out. Camera's not gonna pick it up, but I also have to clean this car off because there's just spider webs everywhere. I don't know where they came from. They came from overnight. Let me shut my mouth, put you guys up on the tripod here, and let's get this thing, this factory one off, throw it upstairs, get the carbon fiber one on, and hopefully everything goes good and everything lines up. Oh God, this thing is heavy. Okay, so I got the rod cut. I cut it with a Dremel. If you guys are gonna do this, be very careful. This longer rod here, it was over on the driver's side here, and once this cut, this thing shot out. Like, I was standing off to the side because I knew it. This thing shot out so fast. Oh, there it is. Little mark in my wall right down here. Yeah, this thing is no joke. Do not stand directly. Do not. I knew this thing was gonna shoot out, and I literally stand off to the side of the car here, and I cut it, and I knew it was gonna shoot out. Thankfully, this thing didn't ricochet off of anything. It just snapped and went straight into the wall back there. So safe and sound from tension rods. I spaced the striker out just slightly, just put a nut back there and then tighten these up. This is pretty tight, so it should go. You really don't have to slam this. You can push it, put it down and then just push down really hard, and it should lock it in place. I think that's good. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I think we're good. Try to get you a little bit of a side profile, but bear with me because I have my stunt bike in a way and I can't really move it. But my God, yep, that is the move. Oh my goodness. Yes, that is just, just. I'm not gonna end this video because I'm going to pull the car out and show you guys in the daylight what it looks like from just this side with the wheels, the trunk, and everything like that. before I actually end the video, so I'll pick this back up tomorrow after work, getting a little bit early, I hope. Okay, before I go ahead and end this video, let me just show you guys in a little bit more of a daylight. It is kind of dusk out, so it won't be as bright, but I'll show you guys. It's very, very windy out right now, so please excuse the wind noise. So hard to kind of tell just like from seeing this angle, but get a little bit closer. Oh my god, you can see like the little lip right there. Kind of hard to see because of the camera, but yeah, that looks so much better. I still need to adjust it because it's not fully sitting flush, so it's got to come out a little bit, I think, on both sides, just slightly, and it should clear this right down here. I'm probably gonna let the body shop deal with that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm trying to get as much content as possible out, but you know, with parts being kind of scarce right now and very, very, very expensive, we're going at a little bit slower of a pace. But anyway, enough babbling. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and stay hungry, stay humble, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.
I swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to